What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Critical Overlord here. We're going to be talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer in this video here again today. We know we got the revival that is nearing a pilot order. Well, I actually don't even know what is true, to be honest. One article says it's nearing order. Variety sources are saying it has been ordered. But the point is, we know we're closer than ever to where we are when it first got announced in 2018. James Marsters, who starred as Spike, aka William the Bloody, has finally made a comment addressing the upcoming revival in a Instagram live he did yesterday. It's been going around on Twitter, X, making the rounds, and I just wanted to talk about it. So he didn't really say too much, but it's the speculation and the assumptions people are making that I kind of want to address, because I'm making some of those same assumptions. But he said, "I'm sorry if you were coming here," in regards to his live, "hoping for some news. But in the interest of having the project be the best it can be, it's best that I keep my mouth shut right now, so I'm going to do that. I think I'm like everybody. I'm very excited that we're going to learn more about the journey of Buffy Summers and how she saves the world, because I think the world needs it. So I'm going to do my part by doing nothing." Now, it's his reaction, I guess, throughout the video while he was saying this stuff, and I guess his delivery that got people thinking, oh, this means Spike is coming back. I don't think that's it. Keep in mind, Sarah herself did state that these OG stars are aware of this and that discussions are happening, or that she's having discussions with them constantly, as she probably would even without the revival. But he could just simply be giving this statement because there's so much more he already knows about what they plan to do that hasn't yet been shared with us, and he's giddy for that, but he doesn't want to ruin the surprise. He wants to let everything come together. He wants to let everything take the appropriate shape before he starts talking about things that he's been tipped in or tipped off about, and start sharing it with us when it hasn't really come to fruition. I think that's mostly what he was getting at in this clip. Now, yes, he could be saying this because he is under a strict NDA preventing him from talking about it, and he is going to be returning as Spike. If you haven't already, of course, spoiler alert, I guess, finished Buffy, if you're going through some sort of rewatch or first time watching, for whatever reason you're watching a video like this, Spike ends up saving the world at the end of the series, at the end of the Buffy series, during the battle at the Hellmouth, by wearing the amulet that we know actually was meant for Angel to wear, came from Wolfram and Hart. And then his essence is essentially attached to this amulet. He returns in Angel Season 5, and it's implied that maybe him and Angel could both possibly be the ones who are supposed to fulfill the Shan Shu prophecy, which talks about the vampire with a soul plays a pivotal role in the apocalypse. He will Shan Shu after he has served his purpose, meaning he will be given human life again, or made human. So he could always be made human. I talked about this and I told you Spike is who I would prefer to see Shan Shu anyway. I know there are people who would say that Angel should have been the one who Shan Shu'd, since the name of the show was in fact Angel, and that's when we started learning about the Shan Shu prophecy. And to that I say you have a very valid point there. That's a strong leg to stand on that I can't really knock you for. But what if they both Shan Shu'd? You could argue that maybe that's too cheap, and it's not really worthwhile to have both of them Shan Shu, which is why I brought up that maybe one of them should have died during what happened after the end of Angel Season 5. And after Wolfram and Hart decided to send LA to hell, maybe Angel or Spike didn't make it out of there alive. And of course, taking preference over Spike, I chose Spike to be the one who Shan Shu'd while Angel died during that battle. And for Angel, it just seems like he would be the one that likely died. That's just me personally, because I think Angel has always prided himself on willing to be selfless, do certain acts for the greater good. So him dying in the midst of this battle doesn't sound out of character for Angel. I can appreciate that if it's off screen, yes, that could feel disrespectful to the character, but you don't have to keep that off screen. You could easily have it appear and happen on screen during some sort of flashback sequence that Buffy tells us about. Yes, you'd have to de-age them or do something, I get that. But in respect to both of them Shan Shuing, that is how you could have both of them come back. You don't have to worry about doing all this de-aging stuff, and that clears up this concern about how can a vampire be back if they're not supposed to look older. Well, they're not vampires anymore, and they could both be working in whatever new Watchers Council Buffy has established over the last 20-something years. They're training new Slayers or helping seek out new Slayers, and they're just living a normal life like Giles, basically. I think James ultimately does know more than he's letting on, just going off of his energy. So I am on that boat. I do agree with that. I don't think this is immediately going to guarantee Spike is going to come back. I would love to see Spike back. I just think that he's been told things that he would love to share with us, but he wants to respect the people who told him the information. He doesn't want to be the one to break news for something he may or may not ultimately sign on for. He is aware of how they want to include Spike. Maybe that's what's got him a bit giddy in talking about the revival beyond just being excited about it. He's excited about it for a few different reasons that he didn't share with us, and one of those reasons could be because he knows how they want to use Spike, and he might find it brilliant. He wants to be able to do it, and yeah, that's ultimately what I was taking away from that clip, that he just knows a lot more than we do, and he can't share it because he's been asked to not do it. He might not have signed anything if he's not going to be in the show. He just was told certain things by Sarah, maybe for some of the ladies that are working on the show with Sarah, and he's excited for us to learn about that information, and he's saying it's best that I just keep my mouth shut for now because they're still working. It's still being cooked. I don't want to talk about the meal before it's done being prepared, which is a respectful thing to do. I understand where he's coming from. I myself have done that plenty of times with stuff that I've been tipped off about and waited to be released by the trades and everything else. So what do you guys think about his comments? Would you want to see Spike back? Why or why not? Let me know all of that down below. Who would you prefer out of Spike or Angel to have Shan Shu'd? Would you be fine with it being both? Do you think it absolutely needs to be one because you think doing both would be some sort of disservice to the prophecy itself? Or it just feels cheap because it feels like you're purposely trying to hang on to vampire characters. To everyone who's been watching these Buffy videos lately over the last couple of weeks at this point, or last week I should say, I do want to thank you because you guys know I am a big fan of Buffy. It is very exciting to me that I finally get to talk about it a little bit more, and it's related to a new project and not just me talking about the old 7 seasons that we've had for, again, the last 2 decades. Even though I can always talk about those seasons, it's just nice to know that I'm going to be moving forward and consistently talking about something new in the Buffyverse, and I have you guys along for the ride with me because I know this show has touched so many other people's hearts. You guys let me know that down in the comment section below. I'm excited to see and hear other stories from you guys about what this show means to you and seeing what you think about my takes on the show and with this revival. I hope, wish, and pray this does not turn into some sort of toxic space related to other people who are not happy with what they're doing with the revival, which you don't have to be happy with it, but just don't become Star Wars or anything like that, because I'm realizing that I'm teetering into talking about a very big show a little bit more, and I'm entering a TV show era of my channel. I have not talked about a TV show extensively the way I'm about to start talking about Buffy. So you guys let me know what you think about James' comments down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, of course, make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. In the description, I have links to my social media accounts. I am on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can message me there, of course. Let me know any movies, news, or reviews you'd like me to cover in the future. And with all that in mind, guys, I will see you in the next video.